Yo gang, what's going on? I'm the Blue Ranger and welcome to a video about Doom. I pretty much want to run down my experiences. I just finished the game a matter of minutes ago, and I got a bunch to say in the game. First and foremost, this is an awesome game. This is probably the most fun and exciting game that I have played in years, and that is not an understatement. There's just something about the way that you can just smash and shoot your way through basically everything in this game. It is a massive amount of, I don't know, bullet spongy enemies without a lot of crit points and things like that, but that does not take away from the fun of the gameplay, because as you get the glory kills, which come from when you get the enemies damaged enough, it just gets more and more exciting. The more you play it, the more exciting it gets, and it's just unrelentingly fun as long as you're into the violence of it. It's ultra violent. It is extremely violent. The gore is over the top. And that's what makes it so incredibly tantalizing as far as the gameplay goes. As you play through the story, the story is there if you want to read through all of the different things that you collect throughout the game, but for the most part, it's just one of those games you pick up to destroy things. There will be people that say the story is fantastic and I read through all of the information and blah blah blah. I didn't read any of it. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm somebody who knows a lot about the story and the lore of this game, because I don't. I bought this game to murder things, and that's what I did. I murdered so many things, it's not even fair, and I loved every second of it. Well, that's kind of that's a little bit of an overstatement. I didn't enjoy every second of it, but I enjoyed many seconds of it. There was a couple of points where I got kind of stuck. First and foremost, this game is extremely unforgiving. You might get through an entire area and then fall off a cliff and have to do the whole thing again. There is very little forgiveness. It's very unforgiving, extremely unforgiving, even to the point where a couple of times I killed everything. Might be a 10-15 minute gunfight, everything, and as I'm jumping across something, an enemy pops up and pushes me off an edge or kills me because there's no health and I'm out of ammo or something, and you have to do the whole thing over again. It's extremely unforgiving in that manner, but there's certain ways around it. Just learning more about the area around you and starting to get a better understanding of what you can do to make yourself be in less of a predicament. Pay more attention to your ammo and your health and where the enemies are spawning from and things like that. But the other thing that I struggled with is that there's a very good rhythm to the game. And that's not what I struggled with, don't worry. There's a very good rhythm to the game where things are just moving along quite well, and there's very little to complain about in that manner, and then all of a sudden you just hit a brick wall. There was a mission where all of a sudden I was overrun with enemies over and over and over again, and there was very little I could do about it. It took me over an hour and a half before I finally said, I'm done, and I had to put the game down for the night. I picked it back up today, and I went to easy mode. I was playing on normal, and I actually moved to easy because I couldn't get it done. And I understand that a large portion of that might be because when you're streaming and you're focused on so many other things, and you have the aim that I have, that potato aim, games in general might become more difficult. But I was pretty off put by the fact that there was such a good rhythm to the game, and at a couple of different points throughout the game, you just sort of hit a wall and struggled. The other thing I kind of was bothered by is, towards the end of the game, expect a lot of trash mobs. Just a ton of them. An hour of trash mobs at the end of the game. To the point where you get to you're like, can we just fight the boss, please? Like, it was excessive. I see why they did it. It's a classic shooter mechanic, but to me, it was too much. They could have done with a lot less, and I would have been perfectly fine with it. But you know, that's the nature of the game, and it wasn't enough for me to say don't buy it. I think everyone should try this game if you're okay with the gore. That being said, there was very few things that I didn't like about the game, and a ton of things I loved about the game. This was easily one of the most fun things I've played in a very long time, and I highly suggest this game to anybody who's into shooters at all, or maybe even has a background play. I mean, you could probably hear it in my voice. I've been screaming at this game all night because it's so much fun. You're ripping things, like, you're ripping heads apart, and you're just like, oh yeah, like, you're just going crazy, and it's so much fun. You can't put it down. I started it on Friday night, and it is Sunday night, and you have a life, you got things you have to do, and Oh no, I didn't play it on Friday night. I started on Saturday. So I've been playing it for the last 2 days pretty much nonstop, and I don't regret a second of it. This game is fantastic. I expect I'll play through it a number of times. I'm going to get into the PvP side of things shortly, but probably not for a couple of days, at which point I'll probably put out something regarding how I feel with the PvP. But from the beta, if it's anything like the beta, then I will love every second of it, because the beta was just... it's a game that I won't take super seriously as far as, you know, my KD ratio or anything like that. It's a game where you grab a bunch of beers and a bunch of friends and you just go ape shit. And that's kind of something I think I've been looking for in lieu of the competitive side of things with games like Destiny as of recently. So, I'm really looking forward to getting into it. I gotta go because my voice is seriously falling apart right now. I think you guys can probably hear it, but that's not a bad thing. That means that I had a really good time. You know, ups and downs. Ups and downs are not bad. You know, if everything is great all the time, then everything that's good won't feel as good. So I'm really happy with this game. I'm not gonna rate it because that's not what this is about. This is about me saying how I felt about the game. But seriously, tons of fun, and I think everybody should check this game out, so please do, and let me know what you think. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this game, if you're enjoying it or not, and also don't forget, you can check me out Monday through Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/I'mTheBlueRanger, and guys, I hope you're all enjoying the hell out of Doom, and I will see you in the next episode. See ya.